We're here in Austin, Texas, bath reviewing products at affordable comfort.
Affordable Comfort Institute, the ACI conference.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yeah. What do you like about this place?
Well, I'm really excited not only about the products that we're going to review, but also about the educational opportunities that exist, all the great classes. And now you've got BPI and BSA, all these great organizations that are offering education.
And we have efficiency first.
Yes, we have efficiency first. I know what you're about to do.
Since you lost the bet,
Yep.
you get to wear a pin that says efficiency first for the rest of the day.
Torture, you realize.
I know, and
pure
it's
torture.
and it's so much fun.
Let's go review products.
Let's go. Come and check this out. This is one of my favorite things. This is an on-demand hot water pump. So
hold on.
For those,
I know what this is. I know what this is. Hold on.
Yeah. So you press the button.
This is an on-demand pump. I can't see what it's doing though.
You have no imagination, do you? Let me take you over here and I'll show you how it works.
Explain, Carl. Explain to me why this pump is so great.
Okay, here's the deal. Most of these houses, you got the water heater down here, and bathrooms are way far away.
Okay.
The houses, you don't like the way they're designed. So every time every time you want to turn on the hot water, you have all the cold water in the line needs to get through before the hot water gets here. You're wasting a lot of water waiting for the hot water to get to the faucet. And you're running down the drain.
Well, that makes sense.
And sometimes people put these continuous pumps in that run all the time, which are terribly inefficient.
So I see the pump here, but here's my question is, so it's pumping the hot water up to the faucet.
Right.
Where's it's doing with all the water that's in the line?
It's great. It turns the cold water back into a loop. So the one thing about this is you press a button, or it uses a motion sensor when you walk in the bathroom.
Okay.
It turns the pump on. It sucks the hot water up 3 or 4 times faster than the water would get there if you run a faucet. It brings the hot water up there, and as soon as it gets to the pump, it stops.
Yes, I get that.
What
do we grade this product?
I think
it's a standard thing. It's the application really that's different.
Well, the fact that it's probably the best, the most efficient way requires. I like the fact that it requires behavior change. That gets an A in my book, just because it makes people behave differently.
All right, I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. I'm gonna go like, to me this is like an excuse to stick with what you've got, and it makes it too easy for people to say I'm gonna build big and build stupid and still use the pump. So I feel like this maybe encourages the wrong behavior. I'm C for me. I gotta go with a C.
Okay,
but it's cool. I mean,
it's too bad you're wrong. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, come on, man. Carl, this looks like kind of like dryer duct, not the kind that you and I would install, but for demonstration purposes, this is your standard duct, and there's a damper out there. But this is different. This has got a cool product. A little different. Yeah. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a backdraft damper that goes in the duct, and instead of a mechanical damper, which they're hard to balance, and these kind.
This thing here, it always gets stuck open.
This one's a flexible plastic, so when the air's blowing through it in one direction, it stays open.
Okay.
And when the air, when you have it closed off, it just stops all the air. Air cannot go back through it. So it's suitable for dryer. It's high temperature, resistant to lint. It's probably a lot more effective than any other kind of damper we've got.
To be honest, I mean, I get it, but I'm not sure I'm not sure how I feel about this overall. I mean, I can just see so many things going wrong with this. It seems like it's simple technology and it should work, but I'm just waiting for this thing to get, wrapped up on itself, or a big piece of lint gets stuck in there, or it does this where it just opens up all the way and air's flowing through it. But definally an interesting solution. Very simple.
I give that one an A if it works. If there's no problems with the function, as long as it works, I give it an A. All right.
Cool.
On to the next one. This thing's an exhaust fan flow meter. You put these.
You're exhausted, and it's measuring the flow.
It's measuring how exhausted I am. No, you put a vent fan in. And somebody puts in a vent fan and it's rated at 50 cubic feet per minute.
Right.
And they run a 4-inch hose that's like tied in knots and runs 87 feet and comes out to the end.
Not venting the
And it's drawing about 5 cubic feet per minute. So
that's not doing its job.
Yeah, what this thing does is you get to put it against a fan and use a pressure gauge and determine exactly how much flow is going through it. And this is just part of the commissioning process in a house.
Interesting. Now, you could also use this if, let's say you had a house like we do in the north, where you're on a boiler, and you make the house tight, and you need to get your fresh air exchange, and you've got like one of those Panasonic Whisper Green fans, and you want to know is it actually getting the exchange on the house that it needs to? This will allow you to really dial it in.
Yeah, it tests the flow on. You can actually test flow in individual ducts if you want. If you want to balance the whole system, you can test exhaust fans. You can test intake fans. So pretty much, you can test anything.
Pretty valuable little piece of
anything that'll fit on here. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool. You want to show me how it works?
Yeah, there's a fan around the corner. We'll give it a shot.
All right.
Okay, Michael. So we got a fan. This is a demonstration. This would normally be in the ceiling or maybe the wall. All right. And it's got this nice little handle on it.
I like that creativity.
So if this thing's like 10 feet up in the air, you can just push it up against the ceiling.
Okay.
So we're going to pretend.
And this helps us get some suction.
We're going to pretend that this is in the ceiling. So we press our box against it, and we got this meter here.
All right.
That's going to give us a reading, and
you're restricting flow already. I can see it.
Yeah. So we get a good accurate reading, and there's no restriction on this. So we got the full reading of 110 CFM.
Not bad.
It's a good diagnostic and conditioning product.
It is, and I like the creativity of this plastic tub with this gasket and this painter's handle.
Right. And it's pretty simple, and this is the
really simple.
This is the same gauge any rater's going to use for blower door duct blaster testing. So rather than have to buy another piece of equipment for $1,200 to $1,500, like a flow hood, like I own, you spend a couple $100 on this and use equipment you already have. Which will encourage more testing to occur. So I'm going to give it a B+. I think it's an A.
You think it's an A?
It's sort of a no-brainer.
All right. Good deal.